Jeff Swartz. He is a former judge in Florida and a law professor at the Tampa campus for the Thomas M. Cooley Law School. Great to see you again, Judge.
Thank you, Fred. It's nice to see you too.
Great. So how do you assess the impact of the testimony from David Pecker, the first witness who took the stand for 4 days this week in the trial?
I think David Pecker was an outstanding choice for the first witness. He set the stage and he set the whole scheme up for the jury. And he was really very good on cross-examination. I don't think that he actually got impeached in any really serious way. I think that people are going to look at his testimony and start building around it. I think the jury paid attention to him from all accounts. They paid very close attention to him. And I think he was incredibly credible. And I think that that really went a long way for the prosecution.
But during cross-examination of Pecker, I mean, Trump's attorneys did try to punch holes in his credibility. Yes. Were they at all successful at that?
Very little. That one exchange that we just heard about where he said, yes, I did things about Hillary and Bill Clinton before 2015. Their problems were, in fact, good for business, for AMI. But when it got really intense, when it was really down to Trump and Hillary who were running for president, things got really intense at AMI. And they ran a lot of stories beyond what they used to run. I think that that became pretty clear, too, that this was part of what needed to be done to help the campaign.
And then what do prosecutors need to do next as they try to make the case to the jury that Trump falsified business records to cover up the hush money payment?
Well, they've started working on that. They started by bringing in a records keeper, a banker, who's now going to present records involving Michael Cohen and the way money came in and the way money went out and the loans that were taken. They brought in Rona, and she did more than just testify for the prosecution and set the stage again for the visits from Mr. Pecker, from Michael Cohen, his access to the former president. She was, in fact, the gatekeeper. You didn't get in. You didn't get to talk to Donald Trump unless you went through Rona. And that's really kind of important. And that's what her testimony was set to bring out. I think the next step that they're going to have to do is they're going to have to start dealing with more of the records to help with Michael Cohen. And I think that they're also going to start bringing in other people who worked basically on the campaign to set the stage again for what Mr. Trump's attitude was and his anger that he exhibited and his fear of things coming out as it related to the campaign and the discussions that took place relating to the campaign. And that sets the stage for Michael Cohen to finish it off.
Okay. And, the former president is saying that he'll testify in the hush money trial, quote, if it's necessary. Do you think, I know it's laughable, isn't it? Who believes that really?
It really is. I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that, but I can't help it.
Well, that's okay.
I've been around too long.
I think people are rather skeptical of him saying that because clearly his attorneys would not want him to testify, right?
No, there's not one defense attorney in the world who would want him to testify. He's a loose cannon. He can't hold his temper. He will say things that he shouldn't say. He thinks he can talk his way out of trouble. My experience as a defense attorney, my experience as a judge, that I have never seen a defendant talk their way out of trouble. That includes lawyers that have tried to talk their way out of trouble. He can't do this. And if he does, it will be against every single lawyer that's ever advised him.
All right. Judge Jeff Swartz, good to see you. Thanks so much.
Have a nice day.
You too.